Hey, it's June 29th, and I'm just following up on how the blueberry harvest is going, and it's been pretty tough, honestly pretty tough. The blueberry rake hasn't been that effective. It's been pretty effective, but it also sweeps up a bunch of grass and twigs and leaves, and I don't know if there's another way to process those out, but I don't have a very effective way to do it. And I was, picking each individual blueberry out of a bunch, and it was just messy. So I've just been hand picking, and that seems to be a little bit more efficient, but still not very efficient at all. And you can see this is about 1 hour of harvest, so it's pretty bad. I will look into refining the blueberry rake a little bit. I think that will help. I think my nails that I used for the rake are a little bit too spread apart, and they're too thick themselves, and maybe they could also be longer. And the box is pretty heavy. This wood that I used is pretty heavy, so those three things I can refine, and maybe certainly the rake has got to be the way to go. That's what the pros use. So yeah, this is hard work. Just out here, you just bend over like this and you pick them individually, and it's tough. It really makes me see the value in a blueberry. And there's high brush and low brush, and I think a high brush might be a little easier to harvest, and especially if they're inorganic, they're bigger and easier to pick. But this is still, nonetheless, to harvest organic wild blueberries, this is an industry that is really on the backs of migrant workers who come up here for 3 weeks or so and harvest these using these rakes. And I mean, I went out here for an hour and I'm pretty tired. These guys do it for probably 16-hour days while they're up here, 7 days a week. I can only imagine what that does to your body. So, you pay those guys a couple bucks an hour, and that's the only reason we have blueberries as cheap as they are. They really should be a lot more valuable than that. So also, what I tend to do when I eat blueberries, I rarely buy a pack of fresh blueberries. I usually buy the frozen ones, and I eat them in smoothies. And I'll use almost this, maybe like half of this bag each time I make a smoothie. So I use a lot of it, and it just makes me think, like, nutritionally, is it necessary to have that much? I mean, these are really packed with nutrients. So it makes me see that it might not be necessary to eat that much blueberries. Try to ration them out a little bit more. But there's plenty more to be had out here. I'm just going to keep coming back. I think these can continue to be harvested for at least another 10 days out in this woods here. And I've really only been sticking around this little, maybe half-acre bit right here, and there's still plenty more to pick. So probably not going to get around to the blueberry rake this year, refining it, but next year definitely try to come with a better rake, and I might have more success with it.